Alright, welcome everybody to Brutal Difficulty, all of Act 2 bosses. We're going to be starting with Beatrice the Tailor, which is a great fight and much improved in the Brutal Difficulty. She actually has some fun metamorphosis abilities and is a kind of tougher encounter. So we're going to start off here in Dawnbreak Village. This will be great. You really have to do this at the start of Act 1 in order to get your Hollow Fang set, but you could have an iron weapon for this fight, if you so choose, after you've beaten Quincy the Bandit King. So here we are at level 40, and then I'm actually level 41 because we're using Brute Blood. So I picked up 40% Brute Blood on the way over here, and that will give us +1 gear level. Having a higher gear level than bosses is very useful, and it increases the damage you do to them, and decreases the damage they do to you. Let's find Beatrice. Often she's just around. There she is. So she does have a patrol right next to her. I'm going to try to pull her down to this side. So much for that. This could be Bane as well. You could have so many bosses here. Like, it's just a wild area to fight in. Doing some really good damage to her because we're over level. Get the weaken on her. Big ult. Try to use that ult after it jumps. I do have some tier 1 buffs on as well, guys. I got the Brew of Ferocity and Enchanted Brew, so feel free if you really want to have your best chance of defeating these bosses, especially on Brutal. Bring everything you can bring, alright? Bring some buffs. I'm gonna pull her over here. This is actually such a good area to fight in.
Hello, Corpse Bride. Oh my god, you're fighting Jade.
That guy's still fighting Jade. We'll fight Jade after. Not too many abilities here. She jumps around and then she has mostly melee attacks in front of her. Alright, that is Beatrice. I will see you for the next boss. Get into your Hollow Fang sets. And get ready for some big fights, especially inside the Iron Mine.
No!
Vincent the Frostbringer, a tough fight on Brutal. He's going to be doing damage to you the entire fight over time and slow you. This unlocks the prison cell, which is vitally important for getting your blood. I'm going to be fighting him near this piece of terrain right here, so we have a little bit of line of sight to block some of his attacks. Still using Ward. Summon some skeletons and relax. Try to get that sword E in there right when he casts. We do have some roaming patrols, which will make this fight a little bit harder for us, but you can also feed to get a little bit of health back. Just try to block that. That's going to freeze you and do a lot of damage. I think we get another feed off here. Try to iframe as much as we can. He'll probably go to melee here. Just dodge that. Look at how much damage it does. Look at all that damage. Here comes another patrol as well. Just a hard fight because he's always roaming. I'm going to spin over here. We're a little bit slowed, but we'll do what we can. I'm going to try to get a heal off. Always good to heal whenever possible. Restore that, you know, the little amount of restorable health that you can. Kill the ads ASAP. Oh my god, the dammy. We gotta get him into half so we can get some health back. Got the sun coming up now as well, it's just all bad. Oh no. Ooh. Almost half, though. Gotta get those blood orbs. Can use Wraith Spear to dodge this. Dodge? Yes, Wraith Spear is so good. Aw, damn. Oh, we need to ult when we can as well. And try to get away really fast and heal again. We got Ward of the Damned coming back to help us here. Definitely use this rock, man. This rock is going to save you. We got a free ward there. Big on the Phantasm stacks. He counters, we spin. Gonna try to ult. Big ult, full damage. Uh-oh, not great. Save ward here. Use Wraith. Unforge. Nice. Oof. Gotta use Wraith Spear to get away from that. Gonna heal again as well. Big fight. Nice, good dodge. Spacebar. Woo! Close fight, but you can see why you need to use some line of sight for his ranged attacks. Conserve your spacebar, your invulnerability frames, and I cannot recommend Wraith Spear enough for both PvP and PvE this wipe. You can even animation cancel it just for the distance. It is so good. I will see you at Christina. Alright fam, welcome to Christina the Sun Priestess. You're going to need her. Get your first tier 2 illusion spell, some wool thread, and a nice little bag to increase your inventory slot size and carry some silver coins, which you'll find in caravans throughout Dunley.
Hey, I'm level 41. What's my next step?
Do you have Iron Weapon?
No.
There it is.
And then how do you get that?
You build the smith, which you got from killing Quincy the Bandit King.
Okay, I got you.
Alright, bet. Here we go.
You.
Alright, so she does an area of effect attack. It's a big circle. It will slow you and destroy your health pool. It will also heal her minions, so just stay out of that. She has a counter. Do not trigger that counter. It will silence you and heal her. Kill the ads as soon as possible. Avoid her frontal melee attack, and then she'll send out projectiles a lot. So we'll be using Ward of the... No, we don't want to use Ward of the Damned here. Don't use any skeletons. They'll trigger her counter and heal her constantly. So probably for a counter, I'll take a little blood counter, and then we're going to use our new Veil of Frost spacebar that we got from killing Vincent. We're also going to be using an Iron Greatsword. She will heal throughout the fight as a channeled ability. You can interrupt that with the Greatsword's Q. Let's do this. And we can use the E now. The E on the Greatsword is an iframe. Try to remember that. That E is fantastic. You can use it all the time. There it is. That would have healed him. Be careful. When that explodes, it is going to destroy you. Use the tree to block as well. Anything you can. I'm going to get back to heal real quick. Use my iframe to dodge. Bad counter. That's okay. There it is. I don't have my counter up, so there's not a lot we can do about that. Maybe, yeah, knock her off the counter. Thankfully, the ad actually saved us there. Daytime fight is going to be very bad. I'm going to pull her back to the shade here if we can. Careful this cotton that's next to us as well. Okay, careful the counter. I'm going to iframe this. Nice. I didn't have my spacebar. Interrupt that with the Q. side. He'll come help. There's the counter into the silence. Go for a little heal as well. Nice. Good interrupt. The mainstays of the fight will be shown here. See, you can see how our other vampires are going to make this really hard if they hit that counter. That's what your ads would be doing. That's why you don't want to use skeletons for this fight almost at all. They'll just constantly get her counter to trigger, and it will end up costing you the fight. She'll just heal non-stop. Nice. Got her. Minimal interruption as well. Enjoy Christina. You can use the wool thread to build your upgraded set as well from Hollowfang into your next set.
Thank you.
And GG Fems. Fire Hunter, he's already killed me a few times, but you gotta be very careful of his spin, his fire attacks, but a huge portion of this fight is melee, so just be sure to use Ward of the Damned to create some skeletons for him to aggression on, and then Wraith Spear to gain distance. I'm gonna fight him now while he's getting poisoned. Nice, free cast right there. Big Phantasm stacks early. I'm gonna pull him back over here. This is gonna be a much better place to fight him. I'll just use some line of sight for a lot of his abilities, right? Use rocks and trees. Big early damage. Couldn't get my ward up in time. Also was on cooldown. Alright, let's peel away really quick, especially where there's fire. Get our first heal off. Trying to look for some space to use my ult. Nice. Move back toward the road a little bit. I'm going to pop some of my potions. We actually brought Enchanted Brews for this and a Brew of Ferocity. Always get away when he throws that bomb up. That fire damage is insane. Raise Spear to dodge. Oh. Uh-oh. That is not good, Fems. There's too much fire! Nice spot to ult. Perfect. What? It went through the rock! What? Yikes. Oh, that's a spin. Thank God he did it right there. I bring a lot of heals. That's all I can say, alright? Bring a ton of heals. I'm just gonna pressure for cooldown. I gotta wait for ward. Nice. Okay, here comes the spin, alright? Create distance. Create distance. Use the ramp. Alright, use a territory. Last heal. Pray for us. Woo! Easy fight. Oh god, it's just sweating for this one. Alright, we're gonna grab the greatsword and we're gonna use that to go fight Christina and Krieg. And then we'll use... After we beat Krieg, we get the Reaper, and then we'll be using the Reaper to fight every other boss. The Reaper is just so good. The Reaper E just does vast amounts of damage to any boss that even remotely stands still. Alright, it's time to do Meredith the Bright Archer. We found a little 70% rogue with a mine as well. Meredith is the easiest boss in the game currently because Krieg basically just like 3-shots her. So you can actually use Krieg the Undead General as she patrols constantly into this mine to kill her. But I'm going to fight her here at the base start of the mine. Looks like she's already patrolling here. She's got a couple scouts with her. We're going to use Ward of the Damned to create some ads. And Wraith Spear for damage, Pierce, Distance, and the Phantasm stacks to hopefully give us Ward back. It's going to be a little bit to get my ult back because I used it against these first patrols, but I'm going to fight her here. I'm going to let these mages do some work. Like right about here. Then maybe we can use the corner to line of sight her a bit as well. I'm going to try to kill her ads so the ads don't kill these skeleton mages, but most of the things in the mine will help you fight her. Alright, here we go. There's going to be a lot of fire as well. She will constantly heal these ads too, so just be aware of that. Looks like I'm about to lose all my skeleton mages, but they took a lot of hits for us, thank God. Use that iframe whenever possible. Hold. Oh my god. Wow, don't be in front of that when she does her ult. That scatter shot will annihilate, my god. I'm gonna use my ult here just to kill the ads. There's too many. I think she just healed the hell out of them too on Forge. There's gonna be a fight now. Absolute battle at this point. All the ads are alive. Yeah, it's bouncing off him and healing. Oh my god, the heals. Okay. Well. It's also possible when that vampire wandered by, she summoned more ads because of that, so... Alright, I don't know about this one, man. About to go get Krieg to help me here. Might have to wait for my ult to come back as well. Yeah, just absolutely healing the shit out of these. I'm gonna try to skip them. At least they're all melee ads. Nice ult. This is on the brink. Yes! Whoo! Yeah, just kill those ads. Alright, we go again. Just gonna use some iframes, a little bit of space bars. Oh, a patrol, that's bad. At least it's a crossbow patrol. They can't shoot if I'm actively attacking them. Nice, dodged all that agony. Thank God. That's it right there, man. We summoned a skeleton, and so he went toward them instead of us. Just saved our life. It's largely just gonna be a moving fight, because he's going to constantly spawn ads. After this, I'm going to ult him. He used his ward there. Nice, good hits. Solid play so far. Probably ward soon. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh, I pulled a little bit too much. That's bad. I need those blood orbs as well. Nice, reset. Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, you know what? That's an AoE. We can't counter that. I should have known that. Okay, hold. I think we ult him here. This is doable still. It's just going to be rough. Close. Nice job, fams. Very close. I think we would have got that though. I was feeling great about it. All right, that is Kriig.
Your best look for best.
We'll go back to base and we'll make our Iron Reaper, and then we're gonna head to some of the hardest bosses in the game, such as Maja, to unlock our study and move up toward tier 2.5 armor, our set pieces, and Merciless Iron. Next up on our list is Leandra, the Shadow Priestess. We're going to be using the Reaper as she stands still a lot, so the E on the Reaper is just going to be immensely damaging for PvE. She will give us access to the Scourgestone Pendant, crafting Scourgestone, as well as the Artisan Table to craft our, start getting up in eye level. We're going to need everything we can get to fight Maja. Now, after beating Kriig, we also got access to another point in Unholy Magic, so I'm actually going to swap away from Wraith Spear into Corrupted Skull. I beat a Caravan and we got a really nice tier 3 jewel from the Caravan that was right outside my property, as my base is currently in Dunley. Gives me access to Caravans and a couple bosses that roam. And so we have like a decent Ward of the Damned gem and a decent Corrupted Skull gem. So we're going to make as many adds as possible, and our skeleton army will fight her Shadow army. So without further ado, this is an Iron Reaper, level 47, Leandra the Shadow Priestess. Put in as much damage as humanly possible right at the start. More skeletons. More skeletons. Just try to dodge these. Big hit. See, she's chilling. She chills a lot this fight. Pop a salve. You can see my skeletons are taking the biggest of her hits. That's already half. I think a lot of the fights will start getting faster now as well. Here we just want to dodge around a bit. Dodge around a bit. Strafe. Spacebar. Ward of the Damned. You can use Q to kill them as well. Fighting my illusion and my skeletons. I'm gonna ult here. Terrible time to ult, but it is what it is. Go, skeletons. Consume her. Alright, that's going to take us straight into Maja. I would recommend going home to get your Scourgestone pendants. I'm just going to go there right now. I'm just going to head right on down. That'll give us our study. Let us get into even higher tiers of amulets. We are on the cruise. In the game, Maja, the Dark Savant. Already vampire bags in here as well. We've just arrived. Study. This will help us progress immensely, but we've done good getting up to level 47. To fight most of these bosses. This will give us Merciless Iron and upgraded jewelry, as well as our first set pieces here in tier 2 to gain increased movement speed, attack speed, more health, all that good stuff. Now the primary concern with Maja is that she summons a lot of adds and she will eat them to get her health back, so you can use your Reaper Q to knock the adds away so she can't eat them and distract her with all of our adds. So Corrupted Skull, Ward of the Damned is just going to continue to go hard. Let's do this. Try to put in as much damage as possible. I love leading with Corrupted Skull and Reaper E. Just putting in some serious damage. No! Good try, guys. She did already kill us once, along with some other vampires. We need her for so many things! Okay. Man, there's gonna be a lot of ads in here. I'm for it! Dodge the books! Ah! Run, little vampires! Alright, well, Maja is for sure one of the hardest bosses in the game, in my opinion. I think you have to go back to base after Leandra, and you need the Scourgestone Pendant. Plus, I went and got Brute Blood, so I could be one level above her. Always try to interrupt and kill this ad right here, but if you don't, it's not that big of a deal as long as your item level is high enough to do enough damage. But yeah, interrupt the ad, dodge the books, and try to use Ward of the Damned to block the patrolling books as well. It gives you a little bit more space in the arena. And then she does a dark circle area of effect attack around her and then also summons ads. Just try to stay on top of ads as best you can and summon as many skeletons to distract her as possible. Here's the dark circle to dodge. The Reaper just puts in so much work on both her and the ads, along with Corrupted Skull and Ward of the Dam. Block the books. Dodge.
Trying to keep the ads clean. Save my E for when she summons, or sucks rather. Nice, let's go ads. Let's go ads.
If you could dodge a wrench, you could dodge a book.
This is clean. She's dead! Long live vampires!
Alright, we're just going to go in order and keep it rocking here in Tier 2. Act 2, we're going to go up for Bane next, the Shadowblade, and then we'll head to Grethel. So Bane likes to disguise himself as one of these little cloaked warriors, little cloaked enjoyer. Which we also have. But alas, Bane is a great fight. He does a lot of ranged attacks. Try to kill his clones, as his clones will mirror his abilities, so they'll be sending a ton of projectiles. Use rocks and nearby things to hide. You can also use patrols from like the enemy camps to help you fight Bane, as most human militia will fight him, especially if you can find like a tier 3 caravan to fight him at. And without further ado, let's go. The main thing you gotta watch out for is his 360-degree attack. He'll do like a big sweep. That will do an immense amount of damage. Alright, let's do this. We're going to start with our ult and then some summons. Here comes the projectiles. Here comes some more. Here's the AoE attack. That'll kill all of those skeletons, but alas. Okay, this one, you're supposed to find where he goes, and when you kill the correct one, it will resummon Bane. For now, I didn't see, so we'll just kill them one at a time. Looks like we were right, though. Fantastic. Maybe it's the first one you kill. I don't know if I understand that mechanic perfectly, I'm not gonna lie. Gotta use the line of sight, man, because we just don't have spacebar up often enough. Go wolves! Maybe it's when you kill the first one and summons them back? I don't know. Woo! Nice. Good one take on Bane. Next up is Grethel. We're lucky because we're close to Grethel as well. She's just right above us. a great fight. It's just a fun little fight. There'll be a lot of projectile damage and things you have to dodge, but it's how you get glass and blood rose potions, which is basically your endgame healing item. Keep in mind you can use multiple heals at once, so if you're low on health, you can actually do a blood rose brew into a vermin salve or like a blood rose potion, and then, I mean, at endgame you can literally use all three if you choose to. Carrying on with the same thing that we're doing with this act, I'm probably going to be doing Reaper, Corrupted Skull, and Ward of the Damned for basically the foreseeable future. I just find it to be very, very good for PvE. And then we also have some blood from base. We're going to start using our 95% rogue blood. So after we killed Vincent, we got prisons, and then you can use your blood hunger, even when you're on top of a horse, to find the percentages of things that you ride past. You can start to get some high tier bloods. I started with a 79 rogue, and then I found a 95 rogue and a 91 brute. Alright, so this is Grethel at 53, and we are at 53 as well. Here we go. It's mostly just a lot of dodging. Play her at range, and you'll have a good time of it. Keep in mind those come back to her, so just be aware of that. So here's Molten. She'll try to knock you back into that during the fight, and then she'll blow on them to turn them into glass, and then the glass will break. Pretty straightforward fight. It's one of my favorites. I find it to be one of the easier bosses, but it's just me. Here we go. I wish I hadn't used my ward right there, but we'll just try to use our spacebar to survive this. Sit in the corner and spacebar. Nice. The lava doesn't do that much damage either. I'll just showcase it. It does a little bit, but it's largely fine. I don't really know what, like, when she gets to half, I don't really know what her ability is. Is this, like, her brutal difficulty modifier? It's one of the few bosses I feel like I could no-hit. Alright, that is Grethel. Enjoy your Blood Rose Potions, an absolute necessity in high-end PvP. Which will give us access to crafting regular gems, and the ability to start getting upgraded gems to prepare for making your skill gems for your abilities starting here in Tier 2. You also can make obsidian for crafting siege golems for your PvP and your late-game PvP as well. I've just killed a character.
Overall, this fight is also pretty straightforward. You're going to try to DPS Terah as often as possible. You just have to be aware of a couple of things. Try to keep distance from Terah when she's in golem form almost at all times. And then you're going to have to focus up and kill her ad. When she summons particular ads, she will become immune to damage, as shown here. And this little guy only has two abilities. He either charges, which you can dodge or block, or he does a jump stomp attack. That's an area of effect. You can't counter that one, so just be aware.
Nice, big damage right there. Drop that ad, quick.
Madness. Madness and stupidity.
Madness. Wow. Make sure you're doing damage to him during that phase.
When under half health, Terah coming out of the ground will cause an earthquake. You need to save everything for the earthquake. Sometimes she does all of them directly at you. You need to use literally everything. Your invulnerability frames, your dodges, and your Ward of the Damned here.
Excuse me. Oh no, the fight went all the way till daytime. He's so low! Shade! Yes! Oh, the fight is easy, fams. The fight is easy. Woo! 2 took. Ending up at the broad side of Act 2, we are almost finished. Frostmaw the Mountain Terror is going to be the biggest boost to the last part of this act for you, as it gives you thick leather and a bag that gives you health. Having these things will allow you to get up toward item level 60 and enjoy yourself. This is Frostmaw the Mountain Terror with an Iron Reaper here at level 53. He does a lot of melee attacks, right? Use your shields. That is not a melee attack, that is an escape. Try to get him with our ult early. There we go. That is a charge attack. Just try to save your Ward of the Damned for that. Or your counter, whatever you're using. 1, 2, and then here comes 3. You also throw icicles, usually 3 at a time. You can just line of sight those or Ward of the Damned them. I'm about to get smoked by snow. Okay. Alright, I'm dead. Alright, take less damage than I have this phase, but he's almost in phase 2. Watch this charge attack. Get ready to Ward of the Damned that. Just kite around here until this phase ends. It's not a DPS check, it's a time check. As you can see, these skeletons are super useful for us. Another vampire's arrived to distract. Nice, we got a free cast on that. Thank you, bear. Try to dodge this. Get out of range. That does so much damage. Cut down the whole forest. Nice, he's using it on the bear. Thank God. Yeah, that was intentional. Let's have our ult again. Alright, dodge around. Wait for his charge attack here. He's coming. Nice. Save our iframe for the next one. There it is. Alright, we've learned the patterns. Not quite. Should be out of range for the next one, though. Wow, he killed that other vampire, so you can see his power. Woo! Nice ult. That is unfortunate for them. That is unfortunate. Alright, let's go back to base and get into our upgraded item level sets. Get your thick leather going with oil. Make sure you crush your fish over in the grinder. It's the blood essence maker. You can put fish in there and it'll smash them down and give you fish bones and oil. Then you can use the fish bones to make these enchanted brews and brews of frosty as well. Getting to this point in the game, you should really have a garden set up in your base to allow you to always have access to potions, blood rose brews, salves, and all the good stuff. Guys, we have arrived in the ruins of Mortium, the home of Dracula to fight General Elena the Hollow. This is opening up our world events and getting us toward endgame. She will give us the Altar of Stygian Awakening, and we will use the shards from the rifts tier 1 and 2 at the altar to gain passives that will help us for the rest of our journey in both PvE and PvP. This is General Elena the Hollow. She's fairly easy and pretty straightforward. I'm gonna open with my ult, help me kill a lot of these ads. So she's a frost archer. She's got a lot of moves similar to Keely. Big stun there. We gotta kill these ads ASAP. You can see how much damage these ads are doing to me. It's pretty outrageous, to be honest. I think we'll kill the ads and then we'll reset. I'm about to just reset right now. Nah, maybe we'll be fine. We did take too much damage from this though. Way too much damage. So here she'll go up on a pillar of ice. You just fight her. She does a lot of forward-based attacks and AoEs. It's really not that bad. You can get up there and melee it, no worries. Yeah, she'll just do like a forward attack, kind of just dodge that. AoEs. It's not that bad. Oh, big counter though. Alright, here comes the ice pillar again. We're gonna ult that this time. That's gonna do a lot of damage to us. Ooh. Nice. Very nice. Keep it moving. Very straightforward fight. I took an insane amount of damage from her ads, but I mean, you can see where most of the rest of the fight is. It's fairly straightforward. Like, it's a good fight. Not too hard. And the skeleton's cleaned up for us, but you can see, even with all my hours, it is just... It's always pretty narrow here on Brutal difficulty. Probably a ranged weapon would help you with this fight as well. Keep in mind, going forward, after we beat Frostmaw, we went home and we used our study and some thick hide that we crafted to create our sets. And I'm going 2 Dusk Watcher for movement speed and 2 Blood Hunter for weapon cooldown recovery rate. We've got our tier 2 cape on and our upgraded pendant. So we're level 57, and then with Brute Blood we're 58. And we are nearly at the end of tier 2. And since we're already in the area, we're going to go ahead and go for General Cassius, the Betrayer now as well, which will unlock Vampiric Bruise, which just overall for an hour will increase everything that we're capable of. It increases our blood type and more. It's just, you know, these buffs are fantastic. Make sure you stay on top of those. Use your paper and your scrolls to keep abreast of the upgrading potions that you can get from the alchemy lab. And like I always say, grow that garden early and often and use your coins to buy seeds. Alright, here's General Cassius the Betrayer. He's also covered in monsters. Let's give this a go. This boss, you're going to focus on his sword. Kill these ads. You want to get used to fighting these anyway. These are the ads you're largely going to be facing at the rifts. So killing his sword is imperative in this fight, as it allows you to stun him and then put a ton of damage on him. I'm going to try to heal again real quick if we can. You know what? I thought those were my skeletons. Okay, these are his swordsmen. We don't really want to fight those. Honestly, I'm going to reset. I'm going to full reset here. We called all the ads. I don't have what it takes this time. Last time we could do it with the other general because she's easier. This guy does some serious damage. And we'll double heal and we'll go again. Keep in mind, in the Ruins of Mortium, it is always darkness. It will never be sunny. So you don't have to worry about the cycle of day or not. Alright, here we go. Nice. Now we gotta go for that sword. I believe he's immune to damage like this. He is. Wait for that sword to move again, then we're gonna throw our E on top of it. That'll kill the ads and stun him for a good amount of time. Then we can use our E very effectively. Get some ults in there as well. Gives us our blood. This is very dodgeable. Just walk through this. Close or far, it's pretty dodgeable. I think we're gonna go into sword phase here. So oh no. Yeah, that's
He's
sword
so
phase.
cursed. He's so strange. Kill the horse.
All right. Well, that is General Cassius the Betrayer. You can see where the rest of that fight would go. You're going to be throwing your sword at him, or throwing his sword at him, trying to DPS that sword big time and get rid of those sword ads. It doesn't really get harder after 50%. It's very dodgeable. Just be careful of his jump attack. That does the most damage in the fight. And that is 2 of Dracula's generals down. And we'll be finishing up Dunley here with the last 3 bosses. We're going to grab a Holy Resist Potion to fight Raziel and smoke Jade the Vampire Hunter. I'll see ya for the next boss. Hunter. This is great. Killing her is going to give us access to the double invulnerability frame spacebar, the Veil that allows us to spacebar twice. It is a fantastic one. It also gives us the advanced blood press. Finally, we can get some iron pistols and primal blood essence for getting to the higher tiers of crafting. This is Jade the Vampire Hunter. She does mostly ranged attacks, so just be aware of that. Your Ward of the Damned will go really hard this fight. That's a silencing shot, just trying to dodge that. Use the rocks if you can as well. The rocks will block a lot of her shots. That's why I love fighting her somewhere like this. That one actually I think goes through the rock. So yeah, it aimed one. Okay. There's the silence. Yeah, that definitely goes through everything. She'll also throw out traps onto the ground, similar to Grace in the Armorer. There it is. God, that was so much damage. I didn't have my iframe or my ward up. Careful of wandering patrols as well. That's very similar to Lydia. Don't get hit by those. Let's go, Burr. That is Jade, the Vampire Hunter. Obviously, we would have had her there. Unfortunate gank. Happens to the best of us. But that's basically all she does. She'll keep going with the chaos shots as well. Oh, unfortunate. It would have been amazing if they died. Coming to the end of Act 2, we've got our Iron Pistols, our Brute Blood. We are level 61. We are more than capable of fighting anybody. This is Raziel the Shepherd. This will give us our jewel crafting table for all of your skill gem needs. And remember, we killed Jade, so now we have our beautiful Chaos. Veil of Chaos, our double iframe. So we gotta go to the church here for this one. So use your Holy Resist Potion. And all the other little potions in your inventory. Get some healing ready. Go to the church. Depending on how much Holy Resistance you're gonna need, you might still take damage here. A small amounts, but you could probably take a little bit of damage the entire fight. If you're only taking like 2, you can beat it. It's not that hard of a fight. It's mostly a lot of schmoving. 95. Alright. Raziel is fairly straightforward. It's mostly dodging around the arena and killing his little ads when they spawn. Ranged weapons actually do work fairly well for this fight. And then use Ward of the Damned as well, and then you can use Wraith for dodging. This fight becomes a lot harder toward the midsection of the fight, when he summons beams from the sky and uses the beams himself. Just use that iframe to roll. Here you can ward both this and these. See how much work the skeletons are doing here. One take. Yeah, pistols are fun. I don't know how useful they are for a huge part of both PvE and PvP. Alright, it is time for Octavian. Reached the end of Act 2 Brutal. If you've made it this far, you are a hero. Octavian is a very, very challenging boss. But as long as you keep his ads under control and you use the arena to your advantage to dodge his spin when he gets below 50%, you'll be in a good spot. We're going to start off with our ult as always, and the E from the Reaper, put some early damage on. Let's do it. It's pretty melee-centric. You can stay right on top of him. This you're just going to dodge. Just dodge sideways. Dodging sideways will often stop you from getting hit by this. That will pull you toward him, so be careful there. Here comes our first ad phase. Get some space to heal. You can see the skeletons, man. The skeletons, for so much of Act 2 and 3, are going to save your life. torch. Okay, we're getting ready to go into spin phase. This is spin phase, okay? Hide. Try to use your skeletons in line of sight. He'll get stunned after his spin phase. It'll give you a little bit of a time to relax. You gotta be careful. Spin phase might be coming again soon. That's spin phase. We're in huge trouble right here. Use the ward, go through and past, create distance. Nice ult. Clutch up. Half a daytime fight. First try as well. Octavian. Plus, this fortress is fantastic loot. I always recommend coming here throughout your time and just looting all these boxes. It saves you so much time grinding. Just take all this. Usually there's chests all over the place too. They're probably looted out right now, but that is the end of tier 2. That will unlock so much potential for you. The triple equipment storages to make your base neater. The wide castle entrances to let servants in and out. Helps you fight sieges. And most importantly, your ancestral forge for turning your shattered weapons into elementally infused young god slayers. That is all of Act 2. I will see you with our elemental weapon for Act 3, Brutal.
Please, if you liked any part of this video or it helped you at all, like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see ya for the next one.